The project, as it always is, the intake manifold is heat treated and completely machined and ready for service. So that's always a big milestone in the project. So the only thing that follows is the fun of me getting to build it into a system and put all the hardware and carburetor on it and so on. So I'm looking forward to that too. But let's have a look at the intake manifold, how it came out. I just have the carb adapter sitting on top of it here. You've seen those in the previous portions of the video. And here's that casting that you were looking at. The difference is, of course, that now everything's machined, all the mating surfaces, the thermostat there's drilled and tapped and it's got the little land cut into it for the thermostat itself. Of course, all the mounting holes are drilled. They line up real nicely there, and the bosses, as you can see. I drilled a couple of MPT ports. I discovered I misplaced my 1/2-inch MPT tap somewhere, so the only thing I have left to do is to put a tap through that hole, but all the rest of them, sensor ports are 3/8 MPT, and they're tapped. There's one here on top of the water neck, as you can see. There's one here that goes to the water pump via a stubby hose barb. And I put just a vacuum port on the back of the plenum if for any reason they needed to tap that for vacuum accessories or tuning. So if we take a look at the underside, you can see that all the flat work is done. Got a pretty decent finish on the intake flange surfaces. There's the water port there. And I did put my, it's upside down there. I did put www.inlinecarb.com on there. I'll be updating that website. It's well overdue for a website update, but it's looking pretty darn good. I'll tell you, I'm very pleased with how it came out. You can really see the advantages of lost foam casting with the core, pretty intricate core that was in the water neck there, and then a pretty complex set of coring for the plenum and all the runners. Yeah, that's really a big advantage of lost foam, not to mention just the sheer size of the casting, being able to do that with inexpensive loose silica sand as opposed to, a way more expensive investment block or shell casting on that. So anyway, that's why I'm a lost foam caster and why I've developed the processes that I do, because it's very practical for doing one-offs and small quantity castings like this. But I'll get on with building it into a system, and we'll stop back and have a look at it after I do that. And stay tuned. All right, back with you. Just thought I'd put a carburetor on it to see how it looks ready to run. And you can see I've added some of my frill here. It's got a return spring, a little quick release ball detent here for the accelerator cable. I still have an accelerator bracket to make that I sit right here. Just depends on what it's going on as to how I make that bracket. So I'll wait until I get confirmation on that before I make that bracket. But just maybe to take a look at the other side, it has one of my fuel logs on there that you can see. And here's the second part, the redundant return spring on that. And yeah, I think it does a pretty tidy job of connecting the two fuel wells. And then up here in front, it's got a -8, single -8 AN port that you can connect to. So yeah, it's time to wrap this project up. It's another inline carb intake manifold for the books. This time it's for Boss 429. Seems like a fitting platform. And yeah, I should probably mention too that I did earlier is that I've got a couple different plenum adapters. I mean, it can have an A carb on it, or it could have a B carb. This opening is for the B carb, the larger B carb opening. At 429, I'd probably be tempted to run the 875 carb on it. If you had like a 550, 570 cubic inch mountain motor or something, I'd probably run the 1425 CFM B carb on it. And depending on what it's going into, you may want to, run the angled carb pad because that's the way they sit in passenger cars. And you really don't lose any under hood height because it doesn't change the height at the front of the carburetor, just at the back. So, but anyway, yeah, it's time to stick a fork in it. This one's done. Thanks for watching. Be sure to read the description. I've got a couple of links there in the description to the build thread on the Home Foundry forum, which is, I'm an admin there, and a big part of what I do, besides carburetors and motorsport, is castings. And I like to merge the two and fuse the two on projects like this. So thanks again for watching, and click around. I've got lots of other process and inline carb intake manifold build videos on my channel. Be sure to take those in. Till next time, we'll catch you later.